Welcome to an extra day in our weekend. I always love a good holiday Monday. It's a civic holiday. I looked it up. I tried to find out the explanation and everything. And you know what? Sometimes you don't need to know everything. It is just an extra long weekend in summer, and I'm sitting on the deck and I'm looking at all of the work that needs to be done. Everything needs to be put away. That is one of the goals today. But right now, I'm enjoying my second cup of coffee. We're going to do things a little different today. Once again, the air quality is not that great. We're going to do a little bit of stuff outside this afternoon, not too much. I think the focus for my husband and I today is to be productive and get as much done as we can, but also slow down so we can feel relaxed for the short week coming up. And honestly, a holiday Monday is one of my favorite days to enjoy. An extra day for the weekend, and then a short work week, and then you're back to another beautiful weekend. I made a to-do list for the day, and there's lots of things that need to get done on this day, and they will get done. But I also added things that I think were a little bit unrealistic of what was going to get done. But I think I was hoping I was going to be a lot more productive than what I actually was. But it was still a great day. So the biggest thing that I want to do today is get both of our beds washed and everything back together so we can enjoy fresh bedding after a long weekend. That is the best feeling. So I kind of have it broken down. I just have a little bit of YouTube work to do and then start, other little things with the computer, and then a little bit of an idea of what lunch and dinner is going to look like, a little bit of a game plan too of, going into the week. What are we going to have for lunches? What are we going to have for snacks? Just that daily tidying of the fridge. And I feel like when I do 1 or 2 minutes, it just saves me time. Now, there's a couple of big jobs. My husband is cleaning the deck and doing all of that. And then we have some stuff to do with the laundry. And I want to move some dressers around. So Andrew's going to help me with that. And I want to move a dresser out of my office and then take the one that's in our main floor and put it downstairs. So that's a bigger job. And then, possibly have a little bit of me time this afternoon. We do want to go out and have a little bit of fresh air and do something special because it is a holiday. So anyways, my kitchen is all clean and tidy. I'm going to start working on my to-do list, and then I'll check back with all of you to see how it is going. It is time to make some quiche, and we got all the dressers moved, and Andrew was such a great helper, and he was so sweet. I was giving him drawers, and he put them in the dresser. He put them in backwards, but it was just the sweetest thing that he knew that they went in there. So that was an awesome help. And we did some other stuff, and now I'm all sweaty and gross and disgusting, and I don't like that. And I'm also really glad that I'm a morning person. I love to get up and have a good start to the day, because 99% of the time, anything that I'm going to get done is usually done in the morning. And then the afternoon, I feel like life happens, things get away, and I start to feel a little bit more tired in the afternoon, especially as I'm starting to get a little bit older. And I decided to use some of the steak that we had left over from last night, because I didn't have as much bacon as I thought, because we have been trying to get our bacon from Farm Boy, and it comes in 2 packages, kind of like how the Hello Fresh bacon comes. So when I made the flatbreads and Caesar salad the one night, I accidentally used the Farm Boy one, and there was a lot more bacon. So I'm like, wow, this was a lot of bacon, and now I know why, because I don't have the bigger package of bacon for the quiche, and it really made a difference not having as much. I could have used the bacon crumbles, and I'm like, you know what? We don't have a plan for the steak, so I just cut it up small enough, and then I'm going to saute it with the bacon to just kind of give it some more flavor, give it a little bit more oil, and, get it all ready to go in the quiche. And I'm not going to be making quiches anymore. I bought the pie crust wanting to make lemon meringue pies. I do that all the time. I buy things and I want to make them, and then I don't end up doing it. And then I have all of this produce that I didn't have a plan for, and I don't want it to go to waste. I also have cheese that was from HelloFresh, because I kind of changed some of the meals to make it easier, and I want to make sure that nothing goes to waste. So I am going to go ahead and make 2 quiche. But honestly, I'd rather do the sheet pan eggs, because I feel like there's more diversity with them, because you can eat them just as that, or you can make an egg sandwich with them, or you could even cut them up and do it in a wrap. I feel like there's a lot more options with just doing like an egg bake compared to doing the quiche. So you got to bake the pie crust for a few minutes, and then I'm just sauteing the peppers and the onions and the bacon and the steak. I really wish I had some red peppers because I like that color. But anyways, we're gonna mix it all together, and then I'm doing 10 eggs for the 2 quiche. I rather have more eggs and less milk. I like it more eggy than kind of like a custard. I know that's the way it is for most quiche. So we're just going to do the eggs, beat them up, put a little bit of pepper, cheese, mix everything together, and then put it into the quiche. So I'm going to keep busy, and you guys can listen to a little music while you watch me do it.
Yesterday, there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now, there's something in the air, and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all. Hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the...
While the quiche was baking in the oven, I went up and had a shower, washed my hair, got into some nice clean clothes, and I was feeling a lot better than what I was looking, that's for sure. But, you know, we're always like our harshest critic, but I know I'm working to get to a better place. So, you know, looking at yourself in videos too is a wake-up call, and it's the reality of it. I made so much progress last year, and now, you know, my body's changing. I'm going through different things with hormones and no hormones and all of that, and I have to bring that into account. And the biggest thing is I'm feeling so much better on the outside, and that is something that I need to keep working on. So I'm just kind of working through, seeing what I have gotten accomplished, and then my husband's almost done with the deck. So that way he is going to go have a shower and everything, and then we're going to eat lunch together and then do some little things this afternoon. But I love just keeping my hair really easy, just letting it dry naturally, embracing the curl. And here is the quiche. I put it up to a little bit of a higher heat, and I think I baked it too long for that, but it looks really good. I don't know, there was something missing about this. I think it wasn't enough bacon. Usually I do the bacon crumble. I found it was a little bit bland compared to how I normally make it. I put hot sauce in it, but everybody loved it. So we ate half of one, and then we have another whole one. So I'm going to break this up and freeze it, or not freeze it, but put it in the refrigerator a little bit later. So we're just going to finish up some fruit cocktail, going to have a little bit of a higher protein yogurt, and then Steve and Andrew are having just regular fruit. This morning we got working and got done what we needed to get done for the most important time of the day, family time. Went for a little walk, had a little swing, and we're going to have a little treat. We are going to have some ice cream. It was actually a really big treat. This is a small cone, but I knew that we were going to have ice cream and we wanted to enjoy it. So I had a little bit of a lighter lunch. I was definitely feeling hungry and I wanted to enjoy this, and we did. So when we get home, I guess Amazon still works on holidays. There is package waiting for me, and I wanted to get some more containers just for me, for what I want. I was kind of thinking of different snack options for those days that are really, really busy and setting myself up for success. So I ordered these from Amazon. I'll try and link them down below. I think you might have been able to get them at Walmart. I've kind of downsized here and there, and I had containers and I got rid of them. And I just felt like these ones would work really well for me. So I want to make sure that the dishwasher's safe and everything. Because if they ain't going to go in the dishwasher, they're not going to work well for me. So I thought I might have been able to use them today, but that's not going to happen. So let's check on our list. Everything is washing or in the dryer and everything. We got the vacuuming, the dusting, and the cleaning done for the laundry area, but I didn't get the bins all sorted out. I didn't think that I was going to. All the editing, everything was done that I needed to get done. You know, I just kind of put that stroke up there. So I still have a few little things to do. You know, Andrew and I packed up puzzles and everything too. We're working on one, and then I want to have a little bit of me time this afternoon, but the bed needs to be made. So I'm going to work hard, get the sheets and everything on, and then I'm going to take some time. I need to do it. I know mentally and physically. I just need to take some time. So it actually was a really good day. I just need to not worry about those bins because it was unrealistic thinking that I was going to get them done. So anyways, I got the quiche all cut up. I cut smaller ones for Steve and Andrew for the morning, and then I left bigger ones for myself for kind of brunch. And then I do need to get these wraps looked after. I looked at the expiry date. They're good for a little bit. And then I did break down the naan to get that all taken care of. And then we have these higher protein wraps. So we're going to use those for dinner tonight. The last of the corn, I'm just doing in the air fryer again. And then I do have these pickles and green onions and then the red onions. There's lots of potato salad. We're going to be eating that for a while. And then I have everything kind of organized. So blueberries and cantaloupe is the fruit, some veggies in here, and then pumpkin for the dog. So I like to visually see everything. And then the protein is in here. We got our cheese drawer, and then whatever produce that, you know, can last a little bit longer. So as I was doing everything, I was washing my hands, and then I remembered that we needed toilet paper and hand soap in the upstairs bathroom, and I picked out the honeysuckle, backyard honeysuckle for the kitchen. So I just have skinless, boneless chicken thighs out. I put some of this sesame ginger crunch on here, and then I put some of this hot honey barbecue sauce. And then I put a little bit of olive oil, mixed it all in, and then I'm just going to dump the chicken in here, and then Steve will grill it. It's nice to have a little bit of oil because that way it doesn't dry out when he's barbecuing. And I'm just going to do light ranch and some of the iceberg lettuce to go along for dinner. And then we're having the potato salad. I had no idea what I had in the freezer. Thankfully, I had a bag of potato wedges so Andrew could have that because he doesn't like potato salad. So using what we have, having a very simple dinner. And then I also had to take the Dole Whip out of the box because it's getting a little bit tight in here. And then I have more dishes to clean up too. So anyways, let's make some wraps for dinner while Linus supervises. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut up the chicken. And there's going to be leftovers. And that is what I wanted to have for lunches for hopefully a day or even two. Dinner all wrapped up and getting the plates presented, and then I put the tortillas in the oven a little bit too long, so they were kind of crunchy, so they didn't roll as good, but I did the best that I could and just kind of cleaning everything up. And here is the final presentation. Corn, a little bit of potato salad, and the wrap. There's Andrew's. He's finishing up the fruit cocktail. So a lot of ends and odds and ends are being cleaned up, and that's always what I want to do going into the week. And then I also went ahead and made my husband's lunch. I have the quiche for my brunch, so I made him the wrap, the potato salad, and the cantaloupe. and he's so excited to use his new containers for lunch. So it was a busy day. It was a productive day. I got everything done. Most importantly, I got a little bit of rest, and after Big Brother, everybody is going to have a great sleep in nice, fresh sheets. So thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow.